So we'll go for a nice modern $5.9 million bridge right there. And we'll head over to this side and see if we can't, get this thing onto ground level just a little bit. So bring the height right down. Let's grab a nice curvy section of road. And I guess it's going to go to over here. And that's just sort of going to be the way of it. Now, let's see. Can I get you to be lower? I absolutely can. I don't love the curve at the end of the bridge, but I also don't completely hate it. I will take this away, though. And I will just do something a bit like that. Nothing too crazy. And something a bit like that. Again, nothing too crazy for this connection. And that gives us a shot from Madison down to the bridge. And then we just need to go straight across there. So what we'll do is kind of a similar idea. We'll curve this thing so we sort of have matching curves at either end of the bridge. So it curves that way and then that way. And we'll head straight for the train line. So straight across this way, straight across the tracks, which might, it might be easier to go under the tracks and just do a tunnel. I don't love that, I'm gonna be honest, but I think that's gonna be the best way to do this. So just that right there. I could lower it a little further, which I think actually looks pretty good. And this guy can just sort of curve up to, I guess, here. And I guess up to there. And that seems okay. That should also probably be a whole section of country road, I'm going to be honest. This all doesn't need to be, a nice fancy bridge. And just like that, we have a fleet of pink trucks that are going to be heading out to Madison to start picking up a whole bunch of grain. Now, looking at this line, it currently has a rate of 67, which is really not what I was looking for. But I suppose it will figure itself out, I would imagine, as time goes by. It is a bit of a longer trek for the grain to go than what we have right here, and we might want it to be better. And we do, honestly, want it to be better. But this is still a pretty good start. So I'm hoping that we eventually start to see some stuff pop up on this line down here for Madison and all that good stuff as well. This right here is a food train. This right here is going to be a food train as well. I'm wondering if we can get eyes on this guy. That's not what I'm looking for either. I'm looking for the train that brings all the stuff down here. So that's the goods right there. So the question is, are we going to have 120 goods getting dropped off in Philadelphia to head out elsewhere? And also, how many trains do we have on that line? 1. Let me duplicate that, because I feel like we could get away with 2 on that line. We have 244 goods just waiting to go somewhere. We actually have a massive amount of steel as well, so hopefully this new line with the pink trucks will do wonders for the plastic production. And then we can probably get another train bringing all that stuff back and forth as well. And so as that train comes in, it gets me 4.5 million, and we do in fact have goods getting loaded onto the new line. Not as many as I would have liked. Only 7 got loaded onto the new line, but it does mean that that line is working regardless, which is absolutely fantastic. That's absolutely what we want. So as I mentioned, hopefully we see a whole bunch of this grain start moving out of Madison and getting down to here to improve that plastic production. If it doesn't, then, bit of a pickle. I'll be honest, not exactly ideal, but here's hoping. I'm also wondering, how are you looking? So you're dropping off a bunch of goods, you're picking up a bunch of steel. I mean, plastic production is still good. It's still very good. It could definitely be better. It could definitely be better. I'm also wondering how much steel we have stockpiled up here. Not actually as much as I thought we would have. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. We can balance it. We're getting there. We do have 400 goods sitting around though. So I really am wondering if even a third train on this line might be a bit of an idea, because each individual train carries 120 goods. That's really not that much if we're able to produce 400 with an unoptimized line. And while we're looking at trains, I've got to be honest, I'm very tempted to set up a passenger line that heads up to Madison as well. So let's go ahead and see if that is actually something we can do. So we'll go from Philadelphia We can go, I guess we already have a passenger line. Well, it's actually a point. We have a passenger line that goes from Philadelphia. So if we go to train passengers, Philly to Laredo is already a thing. So if I was to connect this Laredo passenger section here to this line over here, we can send it the entire way up there. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know that it's going to be, well, it probably should be electric. It probably should be electric, shouldn't it? Although I don't want to upgrade Philadelphia because it's going to get really laggy if I start doing that. So let's just we'll electrify this part. I'm not going to upgrade the station itself though, because I don't really feel like it. Also, who's complaining? Is it you two by any chance? No, it's you. What are you complaining about? Train 26 is in the way. It's this new train. So what is train 26 trying to do? Train 26, oh my god, train 26 is trying to get on the wrong side of the track. That's not good. Let me manage that line real quick. And let's have a look and see. So it's coming from Glendale to Philadelphia. Can I change this to be bright pink for a second so I can see what it's doing? It's coming the entire way down here. It's staying on the left the entire way. It's on the left the entire way, still the entire way, still the entire way. And that seems to be our issue. Okay. Right. I think I can see what we need to do here. So if I just go and I get a little section of track that goes from here to there, that is going to mean that this signal needs to go away. But in theory, oh, I didn't mean to zoom out that far. In theory, yeah, this guy comes in, hops over to that side, heads back out. That's everything sorted out. I don't know how perfect that's necessarily going to be, but that's sorted. Crisis averted. The trains aren't looking at each other and being angry anymore. What we will do, though, is go ahead and finish this guy. So this is going to come over the tracks here. And this guy is going to come over the tracks right about here. And what we can do is cut across like so. And just like so. And then this signal needs to go away. And that's all right. And we can go ahead and just put a new signal, say here and here. And that one back there should be just fine. And that's essentially what we're looking for. So we're going to have this passenger line go straight through Laredo and then come all the way back. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to figure that out, essentially. That's kind of my idea. So we go from Pueblo West all the way up to Madison right here. And then let's see, is it going where I need it to go? Let's make it bright pink so I can see. It comes into Madison and it goes all the way back in the same track. That's fine. It's going to come up to Virginia Beach. It's still on the correct side of the track, which is great. I might bring it into well, no, we'll bring it into Simi Valley. That was kind of the plan. So it comes into Simi Valley. It's on the wrong platform, though. I need platform 1, which it's now doing. Oh boy, this is going to be the tricky part. It now needs to go from Simi Valley to Glendale. And it needs to be Glendale platform 1, which it can't do, but that's fine. Then from Glendale, I need it to go back to Simi Valley on platform. Well, I guess that platform would kind of work actually, right? If it comes in, oh my God, hold on a minute. What's it doing? Oh, I've got no idea. I have no idea what it's trying to do. Sure. Platform 1, Simi Valley. Let's go with that. That's not going to get confusing at all. Then from, no, it really should go to a different platform. Platform 3. Then from Simi Valley, I need it to go back to Virginia Beach. And then I need it to go back to Madison. That's really not what I was looking for either. Let's get you on platform 2, I think. Nope. Platform 1. Yeah. Okay. So that's sorted. Then from Madison, I need it to go to Pueblo West, which it's doing, and then back to Philadelphia. So that is sorted. My only concern is how this whole section works. Because I'm going to be quite honest with you, I have no idea. I have zero idea for how this works, but I'm willing to learn. So let's make this bright yellow, and let's rename this to Philly slash I guess Glendale. Oh boy, that's gonna be a long old train is what that's gonna be. That is gonna be a long train. Let's see if we can't maybe... Oh, it's only one train as well. Let's see if we can't make this thing a little bit better. Let's manage the vehicles. Let's have a look at you. And, I mean, it is an Atlantic right now, which is fair enough. Well, have we got any new wagons? I think... Is this I think, yeah, the heavyweight it's faster too. It's not got as much capacity, but it can go faster. So I think we'll swap out for the new wagon because we might as well. We'll make it a nice sort of strong red color, and we'll go for, I don't know, 203 meters might be a bit much. 114 capacity, 177 meters. Let's get rid of the locomotive and swap it out for an Atlantic in white. And that'll be a nice looking train. So 13 million to modify that, a casual 13 million. We're going to clone it, and I'm going to clone both of them, spending ridiculous amounts of money to do this. But my theory is that we can potentially move a bunch of people up the coast, and that's kind of where I'm at and kind of what I want to do. And actually, that's really, really bright, but I kind of dig it. You know, I will say I absolutely adore how busy Philadelphia is, just with all of these different trains coming and going. It is actually really, really cool. It is probably going to be a problem though, having all of these trains on just a single line going in and out of Philadelphia, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I think it is kind of neat. I'm also hoping that at some point we do in fact get people that want to travel, you know, from Madison. We do actually have people in Virginia Beach at the minute, which is pretty cool. We have some in Simi Valley. We have some in Glendale. So we do have people that are wanting to move around a little bit, which is fantastic news. A couple wanting to go to Glendale, a couple wanting to go to Virginia Beach. Not bad. That's not bad at all. We just need to see a train actually coming up here, which thus far we have this one, which is carrying 31 people, and let all of them off. All right, so that's going to be running empty from Laredo, which is probably fair enough. That's probably fair enough. What are you doing? So that's crude oil to refined oil. Can I go and just upgrade all of these vehicles? Because I feel like I should, right? I feel like we should just change these guys out for the Benz Tarpaulin truck. And I feel like I should go around and upgrade all of my vehicles. I don't know if that would be a good idea. But we do have a lot of old vehicles, especially in and around Philadelphia. We have so many old vehicles. I feel like we could do some good things if we upgraded them. I feel like we could do good things if we upgraded everything. Oh my God. How many? 720 bricks in Detroit right now. What? How has that happened? That's actually kind of incredible. That's a full load of food and brick going down to Amarillo and Lafayette. How many trains on that line? 5. Interesting. Let me get another one, I guess. And we'll start moving more brick down that way. That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous amount of brick, though. How are we looking over this way for bricks? We have 231. Okay. Production's good. We have $300 million. I think we should start looking towards planes. That's kind of where I'm at. Definitely thinking we start looking towards planes. Also thinking we look towards production here, because I'm realizing this isn't running as efficiently as I'd like. Pin you. Grain to plastic here is 253, and you are 86. Manage vehicles, duplicate all of them, and give me whatever that turns into, 171. Can I change this to be more efficient? That's kind of the $1 million question here, isn't it? So if I configure you, and I, extend this whole section like so, and then extend it way out this way, I feel like we can probably filter the trucks through a little bit and then potentially have them exit somewhere else rather than where they're exiting right now. I feel like that might really be the way to do it. I also kind of feel like actually having 3 platforms on the right and having the trucks all come in on the right before, U-turning later on might be the way to go. But let's see. Street access, station exit, right there. Let's just kind of see what happens. Also, cargo, let's take a little look here. So that's platform 4. So let me move the plastic goods to terminal 4, which apparently it doesn't want to do. Terminal 4, hello? No, okay. It really doesn't want to do that. All right. So plastic to goods, managed line. I need it to be terminal 4, which it now is. Okay. Then grain to plastic, manage the line, and it's going to be terminal 3. And then grain to plastic, managed line, terminal 2. So now it's all doing what I want it to do. It's all going to filter through a little bit better. But I just wonder if I was to do streets and just this right here, is that going to have them filter out that way? It actually isn't, which is slightly disappointing. I was kind of hoping it would. Although I can, I guess, make that happen, right? I can go in with a waypoint. I can put a waypoint, say, there. And then I can go to all of these lines, manage it, and say that after Little Rock sidings, go to that waypoint. So now they exit that way. And then so what is that? Grain to plastic. For plastic to goods, manage the line. It is going from sidings to a waypoint somewhere. It's going to that waypoint down there. But what we want to do is from here, go to this waypoint first. So now it exits that way as well. And then we can go to the pink line. We can manage it. We can say after Little Rock sidings, go to the waypoint. And now they all enter here, go to the right, exit this way. And that should make things a little bit more efficient, potentially. I don't know if it'll make it a lot more efficient, but we should see plastic production just pick up a little bit. I've got to be honest, I'm looking at Philadelphia and thinking moving more goods down to Burbank and Gilbert might be needed as well. It's just a ridiculous amount of stuff, and it is just one train doing that right now. So let's manage vehicles, duplicate, and give me one more of those. So there's going to be 3 trains doing the Burbank Gilbert one. We have 1 train going back and forth to Madison and all of that stuff as well, which is fine. There's only 89 goods sitting there at the minute anyway. So we'll see if that kind of works out. We'll see if that gives us some ridiculous production or ridiculous amounts of money. We are making good money still. We're up above $300 million. Amarillo is, my God, there's a lot of stuff waiting to move around Amarillo right now. How is it doing in general? 395 people? Not bad. And then down in Lafayette, it is growing. It's getting most of what it needs, which is fantastic. Down in Burbank, we are seeing a little bit of growth. Nothing too crazy, though, which is a bit disappointing. But I suppose it is just 1 train, right? And then down here, this train's just kind of chilling. Waiting for free path. How do you not have a free path? What do you mean? That's... Wait, did I only do... Oh, I only did 1 set of signals, I think. Interesting. So that comes down. Okay. So I think I messed up on the signals down here, which might be causing some problems. Let me... Yeah, I totally did. Okay. Let's go back here. Let's go to about here. And that should give us some signals the entire way across, the entire way down, just the entire way down towards here. And this guy's still waiting for a path. Can I tell you to stop for a second and then go? Okay. So now you're heading out. And that's what we're looking for. I can't believe I messed that up. That's like a big... I can't believe I hadn't noticed that. We also don't have signals on any of this section of track right here between Lafayette and Burbank. Interesting. Again, we should absolutely fix that and get some signals between all of that. And we'll do the same over here as well. And that should keep the trains moving a bit more efficiently at this end of the country, I guess, is what we're dealing with. That should get things moving very, very nicely for us. So I suppose we can go ahead and leave it there for today. I'm actually really pleased with the progress that we're making. I think we're making really good amounts of money as well. And we even have a bunch, 150 boxes of goods on their way to Madison, Virginia Beach, Simi Valley, and Glendale. We have all that stuff heading up there. We have a bunch of production going on over here. Still a good number of goods waiting to be taken down to Philadelphia. We do really need to figure out this plastic problem. We are producing a decent amount. Shipment, on the other hand, it could be better. It definitely could be better. We've also just run into an issue with two trains that apparently are looking right at each other. So this is very interesting. Okay. How did this happen? How did this happen? So what do you want to do? So you want to come out of there and cross over. Why can't you do that? That's actually a really good question. Why can't you do that? If I tell you to stop and then go, I don't quite understand why you can't, leave and cross over here. I don't see how this is blocking you in the slightest. That's actually really, really odd. Huh. Unless there's another train that's on some section of the track that it's not supposed to be on, which that one isn't. That is really... Have I done something wrong here? I feel like I've done something wrong here. I feel like there's like a really glaringly obvious thing that I've apparently missed. So you're there. Why don't you just come out and cross over? I actually really don't understand why you wouldn't do that. What if I put a signal there? You still don't want to move. You're right there. You're right there. What if I just move this section of track back then? So what if we do, this and then delete you? So then you're going to move. That's not what I need though. I don't need you moving forward. Okay, hold on. Now hold on a second. Catenary, no. Let's get rid of that to begin with. Signals. I need you to stop. And then you're facing each other again. But why? Why can't I get you to get out of there? That's really odd. What am I missing that's blindingly obvious here? Because there's got to be something. Oh, it is blindingly obvious. It is simply that they are trying to stay on exactly the same section of track for some reason, which is a bit weird. I'll be honest, that is 100% a bit weird. Why are they doing that? What line is this we're dealing with? This is Philly Goods, Burbank, Gilbert, etc., etc. So as it comes back out of there, why is it staying on that entire section of track? I'm wondering if my little change to Philadelphia at some point has caused a bit of a confusion here, a bit of a concern. So if we go and look at Philadelphia, yeah, it currently comes in on platform 1. What if we, or platform 4? I don't know which platform we're looking at. What if we change it to platform 2? Or what if we change it to platform 3? Does it still do the same thing? So looking at it, if we kind of zoom all the way out, it is now very distinctly on different sections of track, which is good. That's sort of what we're looking for. But for some reason, they're still kind of facing each other. And now they're not. So there we go. That is that crisis averted. Let's change you back to a yellow line. and everything should be good. This guy has a bunch of goods on board, which can get dropped off in good old Gilbert, which is growing a little bit. And then you have a bunch of goods on board as well, which I think, yeah, they all get dropped off in Gilbert. So that's fine. You're going to head out and do your thing, which is absolutely perfect. This guy's going to come in and do his thing. That's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I think we will absolutely leave it there for today. We are making absolutely enormous amounts of money. We have a bunch of goods getting ready to head up to Madison and whatnot. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and duplicate this train, because I think a second one of those is, it's going to make Philadelphia very busy, but it's going to make me a lot of money. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So this is good. I feel like we have a really good industry going here. So I think next time I do want to dabble in planes. I do want to see what we can do there. And I do want to see if maybe we can just extend our production a little bit. Because Madison, I mean, it's now accepting bricks and food. That's what I specialize in, right? So no problems there. We can absolutely do that. We can bring some bricks up to Virginia Beach as well. We got fuel wanted up here. We make that as well. So we can just start moving everything in ridiculous quantities. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. So hopefully you are as well. Either way, thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.